Hi everyone, this is Katie, your host. Welcome to Do You Believe, where we will share odd occurrences and paranormal stories. This evening's show features a true story of my own as well as a true story from another person. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start with what happened to me when I was 17. I went on a trip with my boyfriend to Virginia. He was like 19, and I can tell you my parents wasn't happy. My mother, she didn't want me to go. But being a teenager and hard-headed, I went anyway. So my mom was against the trip. So we soon got to Virginia after a long ride. I said soon, but after a long ride, we got to Virginia. I noticed, right before it was getting dark, it was a wooded area. The hotel just sat like right there in the middle of nowhere, kind of. And all I could hear was crickets already, and it wasn't even pitch black yet, so you could imagine. My boyfriend gets up to go to the Navy Yard the next morning because, I forgot to mention he was in the Navy, so we were going down there because he had to go back to work. He had visited Jersey, and my idea, young teenager, I wanted to go back with him. So, I got up, locked the door after he got up and got ready to go, and he was going to be back about 6 p.m. I'm like, okay, so I locked the door. So I'm laying down in the bed, totally dark in the room. At that time, I slept with the lights off completely. I don't anymore. And I heard, first I felt a movement. It was shaking. The bed started shaking. I don't know how to tell you, but it started slowly at first and it got a little bit stronger. So like I took notice and I started hearing something saying, "Bee." It was like a raspy voice, but it was very low, sort of like a whisper. It sounded like it was saying "bee, bee," but then over the years, as I've told the story, now looking at it, maybe it was saying leave. Okay, so I could tell you I was absolutely petrified. It's pitch black. I pulled the covers over my head and I remember uttering, "Oh God." Like it was like a shrieky kind of sound. Like I can't even mimic how I sounded. I could hear it in my head, but it was terror in my voice. And I reached my hand out and I clicked on the lamp really quick. And you would think that that would make me feel better, but no, I felt that there was a thickness in that room. Oh my God, now even talking about it, I feel like goosebumps right now. It was very thick in that room. Like there was something in that room with me. And I laid there for a good 3 minutes. To me, that it was the longest 3 minutes. And I finally said, "You got to get up. You got to go look in that bathroom, see if there's somebody in this room with you." Because it just felt like it. So I managed to get up after a while. I walked over to the bathroom very slowly and I pushed the door open. To my surprise, there was nobody there, which it was a good surprise, but then I had the realization of what just happened to me, and it just made me feel even worse. I remember I started bawling, crying. I ran to the phone. I called my mother. Mom, this just happened to me. Like, I know I was awake. So I don't know if she told me this to make me feel better. I don't know if, how moms do. But she told me to get the Bible, turn to the 23rd Psalm, take a knife, and put it under my pillow. So I did that. I could only find a butter knife because they don't put sharp knives in the motel. But I did that. And I recited it. And I sat there and tears were coming down. And I remember the TV was on, but I still felt like awkward. So the cafe to the motel, which I forgot to mention, it was a cafe attached to the motel, they didn't open till 8 o'clock. And as soon as 8 o'clock came, I was there. I was getting me some breakfast. And I just was like, I had to get out of that room. I remember sitting there having my coffee as long as I could. it's not attract attention, like what is this black girl sitting in here like this for? At the time when you're 17, you don't think of danger. You don't think you could be picked up, you could be kidnapped or anything like that. But I was kind of an introvert then, like I am now. So I didn't like being outside of the room, but I didn't want to go back there either. But eventually I had to. Went back to the room, walked in, still had that creepy feeling. It didn't go away for a while. It was late in the day. It was like late. I sat on that bed for the rest of the day and waited till my boyfriend came home. And I told him we had to leave. And I don't think he believed me. No, I know for a fact he did not believe me. And we left there. We did not stay there another night. I could tell you that. So guys, that's my story. If any of you have stories that you want to tell, I am open. I will read your stories on here. I would love to. Now my next story comes from Kitten Scanfly 2, and I did pick this up off the internet, but it rings very true. So let me know if any of you have had experiences like this also. This happens in the state of Minnesota. Here are 3 paranormal experiences that I have experienced in the past year. One day, while my little cousins went to my house, we went into the backyard to play. I was enjoying the fall colors when I heard a whisper. It either said, "I'm here," "over here," or "over where." It was a man's voice, probably about 20 to 40 years old. When I looked in the direction of the voice, there was nobody there. It most definitely wasn't my uncle's voice, and there were no other adult men there either. I could feel this apparition's voice on my ear. A few days later, I told my cousin Tate about it. She said that one day, when she was playing outside, she heard a man's voice similar to what I heard say, "No." Another sort of paranormal experience was when me and Tate was recording a YouTube video. We were doing one of those slime challenges where I was blindfolded and my cousin had to direct me to the ingredients. While I was pouring in one of the ingredients, I asked, "Is this enough?" and heard a reply, "Add more." That wasn't my cousin, though this voice was probably a younger girl's voice, probably the same age as my cousin. The weirdest part about it was that the voice came up in the video audio, and here's a link to the video. Well, I tried the link, guys, and the link doesn't work, but I'm going to try to look it up, and I'll let you know in another video whether or not, or what page you can go to hear that, because I'm going to try to find out, through this code what I see. It's an 8-minute video, so I'm going to try to find it. Now, to read on, the most recent paranormal experience I had was 2 nights ago. Me and my mom were laying in bed. We had all the windows open because it was very hot in our house. It was late at night, no wind, no rain, not even a breeze, and everything was super quiet when all of a sudden, both my mother and I heard a jingling noise. It sounded either like someone's car keys or some bells. My cat started to growl when we heard it, so we got up, went to the bathroom, and went back to bed after the jingling stopped. We were thinking maybe it was someone's car keys, but there wasn't a single sound of doors opening, cars starting, or anything, or we would have heard it because it was so quiet outside. We heard the keys. It was especially scary because my cat started growling, and he never growls. The only reasonable scenario would be that is if someone's pet that my cat didn't like, but as I said earlier, we didn't hear any door open or close, so there wasn't anyone letting their pet outside. Plus, I didn't hear any footsteps or walking accompanied by jingling. I came here to ask if you people or anyone heard of any folklore or mythology, and it does say if you people heard of any folklore or mythology that matches with jingling noises, or if you've had any similar experiences. The only thing I could find out about spirits and ringing sounds was that in different religions, people use bells to get rid of evil. If you know what the heck that is, please let me know. Yeah, if anybody knows what the heck that is, please let me know too. I definitely believe that there was a spirit. I do believe that these are unique, but I do believe these experiences are real, okay? Because for one thing, I know animals can sense ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. How do I know? I just know. Also, I have some scientific possibilities for you also. So here in Scientific American, 6 possible scientific reasons for ghosts. And this article is written by a professor, Professor Sabrina Starway, and it was published February 25th, 2019. And these are 6 possible scientific reasons for ghosts. Number 1, low frequency sound. Number 2, mold. Number 3, carbon monoxide. Number 4, the power of suggestion. Number 5, drafts. And number 6, we enjoy being afraid. Wow, I'll have to think about those. You guys let me know by email or in a comment what you think about this story. My email address, just for reference, is kdanner.kd@outlook.com. Send me a comment, send me your stories, or I could be found at doyoubelieve.podbean.com. So you guys send me your stories, okay? Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.